The awakening stone glowed with contempt as the class was announced. Sea Slime Tamer. The hall erupted in laughter, and even the instructor smirked.
One berry bounty. That's all you are worth, Riku?
A tiny violet slime wiggled in Riku's palm, his only companion, and his sentence to ridicule. Days later, starving and assigned to a suicide raid on the shark shaman Vorak's ship, Riku clutched the railing as cannon fire split the deck.
I am going to die here, unless eat anything, eat everything, pudding.
The slime quivered, then swelled. It lunged at the towering shark shaman, who raised his coral staff with a roar.
What is this? Guug.
In seconds, the Bounty pirate was gone, absorbed into a violet, humming mass. Spell runes flickered within. Riku stared, trembling at the slime that had just devoured a monster. And for the first time, Pudding felt powerful. By drifting wreckage and moonlight, Riku rowed a skiff to a hidden cove, Pudding still pulsing beside him.
It swallowed Vorak whole. Those runes, are they his spells? Pudding. Can you do what he did? Try a water jet.
The slime shuddered, then a shimmering jet of water shot out, carving a groove in the sand.
It kept the ability. Slimes don't just eat, they inherit. This changes everything.
Over the following weeks, Riku scoured tide pools and grottos, gathering slimes of every color. Each one fed on a single prey.
Red for poison, blue for sharpness, green for acid, and you, Pudding, you'll have the best of everything.
He hid them in a sea cave, only accessible at low tide, training them in secret while maintaining his loser act at the academy.
The more I learn, the more impossible it feels to keep this quiet. But if they find out,
Pudding now warbled with an undercurrent of absorbed spells, a living arsenal. Riku understood. The world made him a joke, but his slimes were no punchline. One evening, at the academy docks, Garrick and two bullies stepped from behind a cargo stack, blocking Riku's path.
He heard you survived your little raid. Slime Boy must have gotten lucky. Time to fix that.
perfect. Brought a crowd too. Let's see if that red slime's spores work on overconfident idiots.
Riku stumbled back, hand brushing the crate. A tiny red slime oozed out and released a puff of stinging spores right into Garrick's face.
Ugh, my face, it's burning. What did you?
Within seconds, angry red welts bloomed across his skin. His cronies backed away as he stumbled, screaming. The other cadets gathered, laughing at the swollen, weeping bully. Garrick fled, his pride in tatters. Within a day, whispers spread. The bullies were cursed. No one suspected the loser with the one-berry bounty.
Accidents will keep happening, but I need to be more careful. This is already too noticeable.
Riku kept his head down, the picture of weakness. But behind his eyes, a quiet, dangerous confidence kindled. Princess Sakura watched from a terrace, her golden eyes tracking the blue-haired boy who moved too calmly.
That cadet, the cursed bullies all crossed him. How does a sea slime tamer inspire such fear?
In the Forbidden Archives, she found a tome. Slimes have no growth cap. They once devoured entire armadas. That evening, Sakura waited in the library's secluded annex. When Riku entered, she shut the door behind him.
You are no joke, class, Riku. I know about the red slime, the water spells, the hidden grotto.
She knows everything. If she wanted me dead, I'd be in chains. So what does she want?
I have a mission requiring unconventional assets. Help me, and your secret stays buried. Refuse, and the Academy hears everything.
What mission? Why trust a princess?
She smiled, a rare sliver of respect. Then she led him to the grove. Riku called Pudding, now the size of a horse.
This is Pudding. I've never seen a slime so large, so aware. We'll need that.
A few nights later, Sakura briefed Riku on a mission. Retrieve a stolen royal artifact from sea raiders. Succeed, and the debt is paid.
Their hideout is an old smuggler's fort. We slip in at tide change. Your slimes will be our edge.
She's risking her reputation on me. If this fails, we're both ruined.
They approached the fort in a skiff. Riku, released a green slime to melt the rusty portcullis lock. Inside, raiders shouted. Riku sent his blue slime, now razor-edged, to disarm 2 guards. The raider captain, a burly man with a flamethrower, cornered them. Pudding swelled, devouring the fire and the captain.
Pudding, enough. He's not food, just incapacitated.
The slime spat out the unconscious man, but absorbed his flame ability. Pudding now glowed with inner fire. Sakura retrieved a pulsing orb as the fort crumbled. Pudding now eclipsed the skiff in size. At Pirate Association headquarters, a report landed. Anomalous slime activity. Commander Vale was ordered to investigate. At the academy, Garrick nursed his wounds and his vendetta. He scoured the docks, collecting slime residue and witness statements.
That slime boy's hiding something. I'll have him expelled, or worse.
The next morning, Riku was summoned to the headmaster's office. An investigation into unregistered monster tampering had begun.
They can't find the grove. I need to move the slimes now.
He slipped out at low tide, relocating his menagerie to a deeper sea cave. Pudding resisted, but obeyed a whispered command.
The association's investigator has arrived. We must be careful. Any link to me will destroy us both.
Sakura's eyes held a warning and something else. Fear or calculation to misdirect. Riku had his yellow slime leave a trail of false evidence toward the old smugglers' huts. The Academy's attention shifted.
For now, they're off the scent. But how long before Sakura's game becomes too dangerous?
The investigation cooled, but the air remained poisoned with suspicion. And Commander Vale's ship was already en route. Commander Vale's warship docked under gray dawn. His mechanical eye swept the Academy like a cold scalpel.
From his hidden grove, Riku heard the whispers. The association's hound had arrived, hunting anomalies.
That afternoon, a surprise inspection was ordered. Officers stormed the dormitories, searching every corner. Before the inspector reached Riku's door, a blur of violet slime oozed from beneath his bed and swallowed a forgotten slime residue. Pudding retreated without a sound. Riku's eyes widened. It had acted on its own, without any command. Vale entered. His mechanical eye scanned the bare room. He found nothing but a trembling cadet. The commander left, unsatisfied but silent. Yet the air grew heavier with unspoken threat.
He found Pudding later in the grove. Its core pulsed gently, almost proudly.
The slime had not just obeyed, it had anticipated. It had protected him with a mind of its own. Vale's report flagged Riku as a person of interest. The association's shadow now had a name to hunt. The next evening, Sakura slipped Riku a coded note. Come to the Forbidden Archives. She had translated the artifact.
This orb isn't just a relic. It's a record. There were once tamers who bonded with slimes on a level you can't imagine.
She touched the orb and projections flickered, ancient figures standing alongside colossal, self-aware slimes.
They were called Slime Lords. Their partners could think, speak, choose. The association exterminated them all.
Exterminated, because slimes that think can't be controlled, and Pudding already acts on its own.
They moved to the hidden grove. Riku called Pudding closer, his hand resting on its now horse-sized form.
You've been protecting me without orders, haven't you? You are not just a pet anymore.
The slime's core pulsed in a rhythm that matched Riku's own heartbeat. Understanding flickered between them.
If the association learns Pudding is approaching sentience, they won't send investigators. They'll send an extermination squad.
Riku looked at Pudding and saw a companion, not a pet. The joke class had become something far more dangerous.
Hiding will only make me look more suspicious. If I show them Pudding's perfect control, maybe they'll understand.
Riku requested a formal demonstration before the Academy board. The headmaster, under pressure from the association, reluctantly agreed.
A public show? I'll dose his slime with berserk powder. He'll be expelled by noon.
The next day, the training yard was packed. Riku stood before Pudding, now a deep violet miniature ship, his heart steady. High above, Sakura watched from a terrace, her nails digging into her palms. She whispered a prayer. As Riku raised a hand to command, a green slime on his belt suddenly bulged and thrashed. Its tiny eyes burning red, acid sprayed into the front row, pandemonium erupted. The headmaster's voice cut through, expelled. Your tampering threatens everyone. Riku scooped up the slime and ran. From a hallway window, Sakura pressed a hand to the glass, her face a storm of regret.
Later, in the grove, she appeared like a ghost. I can only help in secret now. The association will declare you a heretic.
In the council chamber, Commander Vale accepted the scroll. Riku of no name, Slime Lord aspirant, sentence extermination, exiled under cover of darkness. Riku sailed a stolen skiff to a nameless island. His only crew, a violet monster and a basket of slimes.
No academy, no Sakura. Just us. If we're to survive, Pudding must grow beyond any limit they fear.
For weeks, Riku fed Pudding the ocean's terrors. Giant squids, sea serpents, corrupted whales. Each meal swelled the slime larger. In a damp cave, Riku held a pale silvery slime. It pulsed with stolen memories, and he saw them, the slime lords of old. Visions of fire and fleet, the association's warships hunting them. Always the same end, the slime shattered, the Tamer executed.
They killed them all. Not because the slimes were dangerous, but because they were free. Sentience is the trigger.
That night, Riku fell asleep against Pudding's warm membrane. He dreamed not of words, but of a feeling, curiosity, protectiveness, and a gentle question. When he woke, Pudding's core glowed in a slow, steady rhythm, matching his own heartbeat. It had reached out across the silence.
You are almost there. But once you fully awaken, they'll come. We need more time.
Far away, Commander Vale's fleet charted a course for the nameless island. A message bird returned with one word, located. Vale's warship darkened the horizon, the heresy decree, nailed to its mast, ink still wet with contempt. Riku faced the fleet, putting a mountain of violet at his back, its core humming a nervous rhythm.
Surrender your abominations or be executed. The association's mercy ends here. Vale's voice boomed without emotion.
Riku's fists clenched. They're not abominations. They're my family. I won't surrender a single one.
Vale's gloved hand rose. The cannons pivoted, loaded with shard shells that screamed as they flew, anti-slime ammunition. The first volley tore into Pudding. Violet flesh vaporized. A deep, wounded resonance echoed across the beach.
Pudding! Riku threw himself behind the slime, but it was already shrinking, its core flickering erratically.
Vale's cold voice. It's dying. Surrender now, and you may live. Continue, and you share its fate.
Riku's hand pressed against Pudding's dimming surface. I won't abandon you. We live together, or fall together.
The second volley was already aloft, but beneath Riku's palm, Pudding's core fractured, not weakening, but awakening. Riku flung open the slime basket. The survivors launched, red poison, blue blades, pulsing with desperate fury. A shard shell found the red slime. It burst into crimson mist. A silent scream vaporized in the wind. The blue slime sliced through two soldiers, but a wire net tightened around its rippling form, dragging it skyward. Riku lunged for it. A shard tore his shoulder. He fell, shielding the tiny yellow slime with his body.
Pudding, show them what we are. Grow. Blood dripped onto the sand as his voice cracked.
Pudding's compacted mass erupted. It swallowed the beach. Then the first warship, a violet tide in reverse. The Sea Emperor squad broke, scrambling as masts snapped under the gelatinous avalanche. Amid the spray, Riku cradled the yellow slime, his arm useless. He stared up at the living mountain.
A desperate bluff. Vale murmured, but his mechanical eye stuttered, unable to track the mass.
And in the silence between waves, Riku sensed it. Beneath the colossal slime, a heartbeat that was no longer just his. But Vale was not finished. From the flagship's hold, a gilded cannon emerged. The slime melter, its barrel humming with corrosive light. A beam like liquid fire speared across the water. It struck Pudding's bulk, and the slime screamed. A vibration that split the air. Pudding shrank violently, boiling down to a smoldering hill of translucent agony.
No, no, please. Riku crawled, his good hand dragging through wet sand. You can't end like the others.
He pressed his forehead against the slime's searing surface, not commanding, pleading. Every regret, every hope poured into the touch. For a breathless moment, nothing. Then Pudding's core, now visible, began to pulse in a slow, steady rhythm, matching his own.
That heartbeat, it's not mine. It's yours. You are still fighting.
But the slime melter's hum rose again. Vale's voice crackled over the intercom. Recharge complete. Fire on my mark.
No matter what, I am not leaving you. He wrapped his body around the slime's core, shielding it with his own.
And then, from within the core, a ripple. Not of light, but of will. Pudding shuddered, and the sand beneath them split. The melter's barrel flared. A searing beam lanced toward them, brighter than the noon sun.
The yellow slime whimpered behind me. I could run, but Pudding, I won't abandon you. Not now.
He stood, raising his one good arm, and stepped in front of the beam, a silhouette against annihilation. Then, a sound like breaking glass. Pudding's body crystallized, violet facets erupting outward. A mirror of violet crystal formed before them, catching the beam and hurling it back. The reflected energy struck the melter. The cannon exploded in a blossom of fire and twisted metal. Vale was blasted off his feet, his mechanical eye cracking as he tumbled over the rail into the sea.
Pudding, you. He lowered his arms, staring at the still quivering crystal shield.
The slime rippled weakly, its surface now dotted with crystal fragments. It was learning, adapting, but not yet speaking. Vale clung to broken mast in the water, his expression unreadable. The squad scrambled. The battle was not over. Vale's hand erupted from the sea, clutching a radiant pearl. He crushed it against his chest, and the air turned to static. Blue veins crawled up his neck, his muscles swelled, tearing his coat to ribbons. The commander became a monster. He launched onto Pudding's diminished form, fists punching through slime like wet sand. Violet flesh erupted on each impact.
Pudding. No? Riku lunged, but his injured shoulder buckled. He could only watch chunks of violet flesh fly.
The memory slime's vision flashed. Ancient slime lords, their partners shattering before they could truly wake.
They died because their slimes couldn't awaken in time. Pudding needs to become aware. Now, Riku screamed, not a command, but a plea woven of years. Pudding, remember everything I ever fed you. Remember the shark shaman, the flames, the monsters, my tears, my blood. Every piece of me I gave you.
Valley's fist rose, aiming for the exposed core. The world narrowed to that frozen moment. Pudding shuddered, a single note humming, a question perhaps. Then the fist descended, and the slime burst inward. The violet mass collapsed inward, shrinking to a pulsing sphere no larger than a cannonball. Vale's laughter boomed over the waves.
At last, your freakish pet is dust. Surrender, boy, and I'd lisk the feeling-filling finish naturally. Let an I'll gran, and I'll grant a swift death.
Riku crawled to the sphere, tears carving channels through the dirt. He pressed his forehead to its warm, trembling surface.
Riku, don't be sad.
The sphere cracked like an egg, light flooding out, a form unfolded. A translucent duplicate of Riku, violet and ethereal, rising from the shards.
I remember your tears, your blood. You gave me all of yourself.
Pudding, is it really you?
I am Pudding, but I'm also Riku. We are the same.
Impossible. Abominations cannot. Vale stumbled back, his monstrous illusion cracking.
We are no abomination. We are alive. Pudding turned, its eyes burning with 100 absorbed wills. Riku, fight with me. Not as master, but as partner. I cannot be your pet anymore.
A partner, but I raised you from a speck. Can I really see you as an equal?
Then, a pulse. Not speech, a rush of shared memory. Riku felt every meal, every tear, every lonely night from Pudding's side.
You felt all of it. All my pain, all my hope. We've been partners from the start, haven't we?
They turned as one. Riku's arms still hung useless, but his mind sharpened. Pudding's form shifted, ready to adapt. Pudding lunged, not to crush, but to envelop. Tendrils slipped past Vale's guard, siphoning the pearl's blue energy from his veins.
No, the pearl's power is mine. You cannot. His voice broke as the monstrous form withered.
Vale collapsed, a broken man. The squad froze, their commander defeated by the very abomination he sought to destroy.
We did it, but this is just one squad. The association won't stop. He looked at his slime double.
In the distance, signal flares lit the sky. The association's full armada was mobilizing. The real war was yet to begin. From the captured warship, Riku activated the emergency council channel. Vale was forced to kneel before the monitor.
Council, slimes are not monsters, they are sentient beings. Pudding speaks, your own commander can confirm.
The council erupted. An old lord slammed his fist. Heresy! Exterminate them all! The fleet was unleashed. The armada's cannons roared. A wall of iron and fire raced toward them. Pudding stepped forward, arms wide. The barrage hit and vanished into translucent violet. Pudding absorbed every shell, its form flickering but unbroken.
You cannot kill an idea. Its voice echoed across every frequency.
The council stared, pale. But the broadcast didn't just reach them, it spread. Pirates, merchants, islands caught the signal. On a distant island, Sakura watched a cracked monitor, her knuckles white. They're changing the world.
Together, we'll rewrite every law that brands us as monsters. Riku stood with Pudding, the armada looming.
But the full armada was closing in, and somewhere in the darkness, new orders were being signed. The armada's fire intensified, but every shell dissolved into Pudding's violet mass, leaving no mark. Then Pudding retaliated. A storm of absorbed powers. Water jets, fire torrents, crystalline shards, torn from 100 foes. A destroyer buckled under a tendril. Riku and Pudding vaulted over the wreckage, onto the flagship's deck. The slime humanoid's glowing eyes swept the Marines. Weapons clattered to the deck, clearing the path. In the war room, the Sea Emperor waited, a crown of pale bone, a throne of black iron, shadows clinging.
You started this war. What are you so afraid of?
The Emperor's face crumbled from arrogance to something primal, a deep, ancient fear. He confessed. They feared slimes would one day eclipse humanity, so they exterminated every slime lord. They burned the records, hoping to seal the possibility. But here Pudding stood, a truth fire couldn't kill. The Emperor was silent. Outside, the cannons hesitated. The war wasn't over, but its reason had shattered. Pudding extended a tendril, not to harm, but to lift the Emperor's bowed head, forcing his eyes to meet the glowing core.
We do not seek conquest, we seek recognition. Slimes and humans can coexist. Will you be the one to try?
The Emperor's shoulders sagged. Nodding, he removed his crown and placed it on the table, a gesture of surrender. Within hours, the council chambers were reopened. The heresy charge was officially rescinded, and a new document lay waiting.
The new law. Slimes are sentient beings. The Class C slime Tamer is abolished. In its place, the title Slime Lord.
A cheer erupted from the gathered crowds outside, watching through screens. The broadcast that started as defiance became law. Riku was named Ambassador of Slime Relations. Beside him, Pudding bowed, a gesture it had learned from watching humans.
We are not a joke. We are not monsters. We are Riku. The slime's voice carried a harmonic of joy.
The Sea Emperor watched from a distant window, his crown back but his expression now thoughtful, not hateful. The world had changed, not by fire, but by a slime that learned to be more than a pet. Amidst a sea of witnesses, The charter signing ceremony began. Sakura, now an official advocate, stood at the podium.
Riku and Pudding have changed our world. Today, we enshrine their freedom into law.
The quill scratched across parchment. The new charter bore 2 signatures, one in ink, one in violet light.
My other slimes. I release them. They are free to stay or go as they choose.
The yellow slime hesitated, then bounced back to his feet. Others followed, a cascade of color choosing to remain.
They stay because you gave them more than commands. You gave them purpose.
Pudding, in crystalline humanoid form, took Riku's hand. Their fingers intertwined, flesh and translucent ooze.
No more master. No more pet. We're partners. That's what a slime lord truly is.
The sun set over a world no longer afraid. A gentle breeze carried the scent of salt and new beginnings, and on the beach, they stood together. The boy who was once a joke, and the slime that became his equal. Months washed the island clean. Riku walked the sand with a slime on his shoulder, small as the day they met. Pudding swelled without effort. A galleon of violet for a breath, then shrank to a dog, then a pebble. It smiled with Riku's face. Other slimes rolled in the foam. Yellow, blue, green, chasing each other without fear. They were free.
It started with a joke class, a 1-berry bounty, and ended with a revolution.
We are Riku. The slime's voice was the ocean now, deep, gentle, full of shared time.
They stopped at the water's edge and looked toward the horizon, where the sun bled into the sea. No orders, no fear, just 2 beings who had built a new world together, one meal at a time. And somewhere beyond that horizon, adventure still waited, but for now, this moment was enough. Riku smiled. Pudding pulsed with a happy light, and together, they walked on.